Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today what I want to share is basically my first investment journey and who get me to start investing, what are the things that I look at when I'm investing. I chanced upon investing very early in my age, is during my teenage years. Why so is because back then my mom was asking me to look at certain things for her, helping her to look for companies, especially in the teletext. My mom is Chinese educated, she's not very well versed in English, so that's why she asked me, like Ping Te, which is my Chinese name, like can you help me in setting up the teletext, looking for the ticker, what's the price and all this, or even buying newspaper to look at the price. So that really intrigues me. It's like, oh, what is this thing that my mom is doing? Why it intrigues me? Very simple. Whenever she make money, she's in a happy mood, she will bring me and my two younger brother actually out for a trip or have some good stuff for us. But when she lose money, then what happened is she start to argue with my father, right? And that really asked me like, hey, I want a harmony of my family, right? So I actually start trying to read up. So the first place I go is the library. The first book that I pick up is The Intelligent Investor, right? And I can tell you that book, when I first pick up, I totally don't understand, because during that time there wasn't internet, information was not very available. So I try to read, but it is like reading a dictionary. How's the feeling of reading dictionary? Sleepy lah. That's all I can say. And think of it, teenager reading a dictionary. Hey, between playing games and dictionary, which one will I choose? Actually playing games, right? Yeah. But I started asking questions. How can I understand investing, right? So I chanced upon CNBC. That's why I always ask my mom, please subscribe. If you are using the Startup TV, right? Can you buy the news channel for me, which is CNBC, right? So every day after school, I will actually watch CNBC. Okay, even until today, right? So when people ask me or tell me like, hey, I have no time to read the news is very boring, I totally cannot relate, because for my whole last 20 over years, right, my favorite channel is actually news. I can spend hours and hours and hours and hours to do that. Even for my mom, my mom also read a lot of news, and I think that's where I have the habit, okay, from her. I'm trying to understand the market, listening to interviews, and that's why I start learning. Right? Instead of reading the book, you can actually look at the news, listen to all the different various analyst reports, and try to get a feel of it. Right? But I really start. This is where what I mean, like the foundation period. I soak in myself. And everyone should do that, right? And then when I start getting into the market, so what I did was I started working. I started to have money, and that's where I say, hey, I got some money, I should start saving. And back then when I started young, right, I was like saving like maybe 50% of my income, right? And of course some money is put into emergency fund in case I need the money, but most of it is to investing, right? So you have to start young, start investing, and then put your money where you think that the places can grow money for you. And not just that, I also have a 13 month, like 13 month, right? So what I did for my 13 month is I also save up, invest in books, invest in going to courses, or likewise if I have no intention to read any books or go into courses, I will actually put my money into the stock market again. So there are four things that actually guided me through this investing journey of mine. Is that the first thing that I do is I always try to pay myself first. What does it mean by me paying myself first? Means I need to save first, okay, before I spend. So I will actually tell myself I need to save like a 50% of my income, okay, which is my salary. And then how I will use that money, right, is I will buy materials for myself so that I can grow in terms of investing. And likewise, I also want you to start young, number two, because don't think of trying to make like a lot of money in the beginning in investing, right? Because there will be people telling you that, oh, I want a $1 million investing portfolio. But think of it this way: if you cannot even start, right, by putting a few thousand into your investment portfolio, right, Don't even think of a few 100,000, right? It doesn't make sense, right? So start young, because back then when I wanted to start young I feel that I have time, right? Because coming back to investing is what I meant in the earlier videos, like what? Compounding, right? So you have time, right? So over time, you start compounding your money, right? So pay yourself first, start investing early, and the third point is actually to keep your expenses low, right? Especially the first 5 years of my working career, what I did was my saving rate get higher. My expenses is well kept because I tell myself every year, even though my income keep growing, I always tell myself keep my expenses low. Keep my expenses low, or even just don't grow my expenses, right? Even when my income start to grow, and that's where I really accumulate a lot of cash, a lot of money. It helped me to reinvest into my life. Like I actually attended a finance degree, so that really helped me also in my financial knowledge. So coming back to the fourth point is actually to keep learning. Okay, there's no such thing as today you learn something and that's it for life. No, it is not true. Right? Every year you have to think of how you can get better in the world of investing. There will be new companies that come out, there will be new methods that come out. Go and research them, go and read them, spend your time in it. Okay, so don't just have this I have it all kind of mindset. Always stay hungry and stay humble, especially in the world of investing. Right? Today you will make money doesn't mean that tomorrow you will make money, right? So always stay humble, okay? And staying hungry is very important because why? You're hungry for better way to invest in the stock market. So let me conclude, okay? In the last 4 points throughout my whole investment journey, right? It's really to start paying yourself first, start young, so that you can use compounding effect to your advantage. And thirdly, keep your expenses low. And fourthly, which is to keep learning, okay? Always be a learner in the world of investing. So if you like this video, please like the video. Share the video with people that you think that will help them kickstart this investment journey. And thirdly, subscribe to this channel because there will be more video coming your way. So likewise, click the notification for future videos. So thank you for your time. See you again.